Everybody, it's Chris Eads, known online as Wootini, here with another Gay Gamer video podcast. We're going to do things in reverse order this time because I'm starting with my Christmas presents. First of all, obviously, I got this awesome hoodie with Pascal on it. He's adorable. I also got Christmas ornaments. I got a Tom Nook Christmas ornament. Adorable. And then I also got this KK slider ornament, which does not come with a hanger, but you can just set it on the counter. It also plays the theme tune. How adorable is that? There's no shutting it up, so you're gonna have to listen to that. Da 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 da. And then I also got a boot Lego. It's not real Legos, but a Totoro made out of little tiny Legos that are fake Legos, like from China or whatever. But it's adorable, I thought. And then I also got a PlayStation gift card, and my husband was like, "Did you want Nintendo instead? I can always take that back and get a Nintendo one." And I was like, "No, this is fine. They both have stuff that I would want to buy, so either one would be great. I could maybe use that to buy the DLC, to pay for most of the DLC for Disney Dreamlight Valley at some point, maybe." And I also got Legos. I got the Lego succulents, so I can have more plants that I can't kill with my black thumb, because I am terrible with plants. But Lego plants, all you gotta do is dust them. And then I was very excited to open Avatar, because I was very much excited about this game once I read the reviews that were pretty good. So I said, yay, Avatar. But then I opened up another box that contained Super Mario RPG. So I was like, crap, when am I supposed to play this? Because I'm always playing Animal Crossing. And then I will play a little Disney Dreamlight Valley. And then I can play something else. And I was like, that'll be Avatar. I can play Avatar, no problem. But then I'm like, I also want to play Super Mario RPG. So what am I supposed to do? Alternate them? I don't know. It's annoying. So I was not expecting to get 2 games for Christmas, but I did. And then as for Avatar, I forgot that, and those of you who watch this regularly will recall back when I got Spider-Man 2, I decided, why trek out to the store to buy the copy or wait for a delivery guy who's going to show up whenever? I'll just download it digitally, because it doesn't save any space on your hard drive when you buy the physical copy, because it installs the entire game off the disc. So it takes up the same amount of hard drive space as if you just download it. You're just downloading it from the cloud, from Sony, or you're downloading it off the disc. It doesn't matter. And I kind of forgot about that. So there came a time in the evening on Christmas Day where I said, ooh, I can play Avatar now. And I put it in, and it's like, copying data. And it basically took an hour. And I was like, damn it. And I totally should have stuck it in earlier in the day, so that later, when I had time to play Avatar, I could actually play Avatar. So basically for that hour, I played some more Disney Dreamlight Valley just to kill time. And then I was able to just start the game, and basically do like the introductory section, where you are in the Aird facility and stuff happens and then you have to escape. And I got as far as like its Wizard of Oz moment, where you leave the like dark metal confines of the human facility and exit into the glorious full color world of Pandora and all of its beautiful spectacle. And it was an amazing moment. And I was like, ooh, now I can explore Pandora. But it was time for dinner. So there you go. However, when I did actually get a chance to play again later, I did, and it was very linear. Like, unfortunately, the opening tutorial is like so, and like the first combat, they're like, here's a bow. If you hit the big metal armor mech suits in the back, in the vent, they have a weak spot, and if you hit that, it'll explode. And it took out the armor suit with one hit. And then I just shot the other guys in the head, and I was like, okay, that was not so bad. Unfortunately, then the next time you had combat, you had to take out one of the drilling platforms that's like ruining the ecosystem of Pandora, and everything's all black and gray and corrupted, and you can't do anything. You have to destroy the drilling platform, and then the beautiful colors come back. And when I went to do that, that was a disaster, because first I was scouting out the location and was seen, and then I couldn't figure out how to change my weapon. I had my little hacking tool out, and I couldn't figure out how to get back to my weapon, and they were shooting at me, and I tried to run and hide, but they're not stupid like in Assassin's Creed where they give up and wander back to their own duties again. They all kept swarming on me and killed me. I was like, just kill me, and I'll start over, and then I will redo this mission once I have my weapon ready to go. But even then, it was still super hard, and like the big mech suits did not go down with one hit this time, and it was really annoying, and I tried to run away, and they followed me again, and I had to take them out, and then it took me so long to take out everybody that they brought in reinforcements, so there was even more people to kill, and I was like, damn it. And at the beginning, they're like, you can go in and you need to destroy a generator and like hack the drilling platform to shut it down. And you can do this without engaging and fighting. And I was like, that doesn't seem likely given the location of what I needed to get to and the enemies. I was like, I don't see how I can possibly slip in and do this without being seen. So I wasn't even going to try. I was like, let me just kill all the humans anyway because they're garbage. But then that turned out to be really hard because I was not very well equipped yet. So I was like, this game could maybe be really hard and I'm going to have to drop the difficulty down, which would suck. However, after that, after like 3 hours of gameplay, you go to the top of this like outcrop and suddenly there's the opening credits title and you're like, wait, what? We're getting opening credits 3 hours into the game? Okay, whatever. But then after that comes another combat situation, which was much better, and I did better with the combat and using the new weapon I was given, and then I also was able to use the environment, because there's certain plants are like poisonous or explosive, and you can like shoot those to like take out a bunch of enemies with poison gas, and it's like, yeah. So that went a lot better, and it gave me a little more confidence that I might be able to actually pull off the combat. And then after that, you actually go to one of the home trees and you meet like this whole tribe of Na'vi and all these characters, and then you start getting all these side quests and you're conversing with people, and like the game, that's where the game like really opens up and becomes the open world type game that it is. And that's where it had me. That's where I was like, I am in love with this. I'm just gonna now I can just explore Pandora and see things and do things, and it was like discovering things, and it was like, so that was a lot of fun. And the combat has gotten better, and I'm now better equipped, so that's fine. I will say that I'm not crazy about, like on the map, like you can see like where things are located, but it won't, until you activate one of your quests, it won't show you where it is. Because I'm like, I'm here. Is any of those quests near here? I would like to just sort of hover over each icon and see which quest that would be. But that doesn't work. You have to like basically go into the quest, activate the quest, then go to the map and say, oh no, that's all the way over there. What about this quest? Oh, that one's over here? I'll go do that one because it's nearby. Do you know what I mean? So the map isn't super helpful. I'm also not crazy about, the visuals are stunning, but I am not crazy about the photo mode. But I will get into that next episode because I don't want this one to be too long, because I did actually start playing Super Mario RPG. I couldn't resist, so I popped it in. Of course, that needed an update, and it took a minute. It was great. Love Nintendo for that. But, like, I started playing it. I've never played it before. I didn't have a Super Nintendo back in the day, and I never got it on the Virtual Console. But I have played, like, Paper Mario and, like, the Mario and Luigi games that are, like, in the same style with, like, the turn-based combat and everything. So, I was like, fine, and it's delightful. It was very charming and witty and funny, and I was very much enjoying it until I hit a boss fight that was like rough, and then like after I fought the crocodile that was a little bit rough, I go back to the Mushroom Kingdom. It's taken over by like shy guys on pogo sticks, and I'm just like, what the hell? And I fought a bunch of them, and I get inside the castle, and I go to fight the boss, and he kicks my ass completely. And I was like, damn it, what the hell? So I go back, and I said, you know what? Let me just, like, fight a bunch of randoms out in the outside, and go into the inn, and, like, refresh and save, and then fight some more, and, like, try to level up a little. I also, like, stocked up on the flower potion so I could, like, use my more special attacks. But when I saved one of the toads, they were like, oh, here, thanks. Here's this flower power thing. And I was like, wait, what's that? And I looked at my inventory, and it helps increase your flower power so that you don't have to refresh it as often. You have more flower points, which is like your mana. I had like 4 of them. And then another couple that like upped it by like 1 or 3 or something. I don't know. But I had a bunch. So I was able to go from like 15 points to like 30. Or something, and I was just like, I like doubled my flower points, and I was like, well, now I can do way more special attacks without having to refresh. Like, what the hell? Like, and then I was like, oh, I also have a hammer. I didn't realize I could have Mario equip the hammer so he can do more damage, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so stupid. Because the one thing is, I'm still getting the hang of the timing to like block attacks and to like do stronger attacks and build up the meter. I still can't get that to last for any given length of time because I'm not good with timing. That's why I don't do platformers, and I'm not good at fighting games. But once I realized there was all this stuff that I could like equip, and I could make my character stronger, and I could boost this power and that power, I was like, okay, fine. And I went back in the castle and I defeated the boss, no problem. And then I went and did the sewers. And that's where I am. Just after the waterfall, that's where I saved, and that's as far as I've gotten. But I had been treating it like an action-adventure game, and I was not thinking of it as an RPG where I've got to, like, level up and use the items and equip the best weapons and armor and such, you know? And so I wasn't thinking of it as an RPG, and it was making it more difficult. And all of a sudden, as soon as I started to think of it as an RPG, it got much easier. And so that's fun. I'm just not sure how I'm going to actually be able to play it, because I'm going to be playing Avatar a lot, and I don't travel a lot, so I'm not going to be using my Switch so much, like, portably. But I'm going to see if I can, like, try to, like, balance it somewhat. I'm sure I'll play more Avatar, but I'd like to get in a little Super Mario so it doesn't just sit there collecting dust. Especially since I've already started it. I'd hate to start it and then go back, like, a month or 2 later to, like, continue playing it. That would not be good. I'd forget everything, because that's how my brain works. Oh, and very quickly, to wrap things up, I did go to the movies just before Christmas. And I did see Aquaman in IMAX 3D. The movie was fine. It's Aquaman. It's, you know, whatever. If you liked the first Aquaman movie, you'll like this one, because it's basically the same thing. It's just this big action blockbuster thing with some, you know, lots of humor and action. And they try to have a little drama, but it doesn't really work because you don't really care that much. They, again, go to the surface a little too much. I prefer the underwater action for Aquaman, except the underwater stuff always looks a little dodgy because they still can't do good CGI hair floating in the water. So everybody looks really bad. Like, I know people complain about Quantumania's CGI, but oh my god, that movie was so good compared to this. Aquaman has some of the dodgiest CGI I've seen in a big budget blockbuster recently. So, yeah, not great. But the movie's perfectly entertaining, and it was good in IMAX 3D. The 3D was pretty good. So, yeah, you probably can't find it in 3D anymore because, you know, it's been a couple weeks, but go see it. Or just wait a month and it'll show up on Max. So come back next episode and see if I've still been playing any Super Mario RPG or if it's been all Avatar all the time. Bye!